Kendrick Frazier to my Max Ali. Kendrick Perkins, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe Kendrick Liston. Perk, all eyes on Steph Curry tonight. He's 2 shots away from breaking Ray Allen's all-time three-point record. He's going to do it at the Garden, where everyone makes history against the Knicks, it seems. And we know Steph is the greatest shooter of all time. That's not up for debate. But it did get me thinking. If you need a 3 to win the game, and you could have Ray Allen, who's now got the record, Steph, who's about to get it, or Reggie Miller, who's the other guy you associate with the 3, right? Who do you choose?
Well, Max, I'm surprised you didn't throw Andre Iguodala into that, but we're not going to go there. But I'm going to, but we're not going to go there. But I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this to you, okay? Listen, we had a rule, we had a saying in the locker room when I was with the Celtics. You're familiar with He Got Game. You're a big culture guy. We know. You're familiar with Jesus Shuttlesworth. You know who that is. That's Ray Allen. We used to say, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. Give me Ray Allen. I done been in too many big moments, too many game winners when this man has came through for us when we needed it the most. I watched him hit the big shot when he was with the Miami Heat. Look, when it's in the clutch, Ray Allen could be 1 for 9. Give him the ball when it's time to deliver for a game winner, and he's going to knock it down. Give me Ray Allen.
You know, of those 3 guys, I agree with you, Perk. First of all, Reggie Miller was a great shooter, but by Ray Allen's time, they were shooting more threes, right? So those shooters got to be a little better, maybe a little bit better, because it was a bigger part of the game. And in fact, Ray Allen shot more threes on average than Reggie Miller. Not for his time, but just period, right? And then Steph, Perk, you tweeted it the other day. I'll read it to you. Steph got Game 7 syndrome. When everyone's anticipating a big moment, he never misses it. He never meets it. That's why I said the Iguodala thing. When I made my Iguodala comment, I wasn't saying Iguodala can shoot it like Steph. I'm saying open look with money on the line. Give me a dude with ice water in his veins. Look, Steph is the greatest shooter ever. And I hate doing this like the day he's about to break it, right? But I'll take a dude like Ray Allen in the big moment over Steph. I'll take Klay Thompson too, Perk.
And look, it's not, Max, look, it's not a problem, though. It's not like you're saying anything wrong. Again, we are crediting and saying that Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. We're both agreeing on that. But we also agreeing that when it matters the most, when the game is on the line, who you want to have the ball in his hands to hit a wide-open 3 or knock down the shot, and we both go with Ray Allen. We agree on something. We 1 for 1 for the day. That's unbelievable.
It's the only time we've ever agreed. Let's talk about something else going on in the league right now at the other end of the standings. The Pelicans have the 3rd worst record, Perk, in basketball, and now Zion Williamson, who's not played a game this season after having off-season surgery on his foot, has reportedly suffered a setback in his rehab, pushing back any potential timeline for a return. Perk, since he was drafted, he's played 85 games and now missed 87 games. Missed 87, played 85. When you think of players drafted this high who suffer so many injuries to start their career, the list of guys who still emerge as superstars is very short. Like Embiid feels like a recent outlier. How worried are you about Zion's career at this point?
I'm very worried. And look, Zion has a lot to do with this, obviously. He has to understand that he's a grown man, and there's more to the foot, Max. We all could see it. The eye test shows us that he's overweight right now, and that's something that he has to get under control. But, Max, let me ask you a question. Do you think if the Saints had the number 1 overall pick and they selected a quarterback, that we will be having the same discussion about a quarterback for the Saints? Do you think we'll be having that discussion right now?
If they had the number 1 overall pick, in what year?
Yeah, if it don't matter. If the New Orleans Saints had the number 1 pick and they had a number 1 draft pick in their locker room, do you think we'll be having the same discussion that we're having about Zion Williamson?
No.
Don't answer that. I'm going to answer it for you. No, we wouldn't. You know why? Because the ownership group and the front office above David Griffin has to do a better job of putting the same amount of energy that they do for the Saints. that they have to do for the Pelicans. I played down there, so I know. I know how the Pelicans come secondary to the Saints. And this is what I'm saying. Yes, it's Zion as a man, but at some point, it got to be some kind of accountability for the lack of energy and effort that they putting into that organization in the Pelicans.
Yeah, until recently, I remember they shared a team doctor that was really the Saints doctor, right? Like the staff, right? The medical people. Yeah, that's not right. And Zion Williamson is it's too much power and torque in a human body. Too big and fast and strong at that size, man. All right, so listen. Kendrick Perkins coming up on NBA Today, top of the hour, top of the afternoon to you, Kendrick. We will have a Western Dallas against Kristaps Porzingis and the Mavs, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. Then it's out to Salt Lake City for Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz, who've won 7 straight, including the last 4 on the road, hosting the Clippers. Our coverage starts with NBA.
I'm Steph Curry, and you're watching NBA Today.
Just like I got it like that.
Not tomorrow.
Steph Curry in the shooting zone like very few have ever been.
It's NBA Today.
Absolutely ridiculous.
There's never been anybody like him.
I usually let my play do the talking.
Bang!
Welcome back to NBA Today. So the chase is on. Steph is now just 7 3-pointers away from breaking Ray Allen's all-time record. So it's likely to come in the next 2 games, either tonight at Indiana or tomorrow against the Knicks. Steph has made just 3.1 threes per game in his career at Indiana, 25th among visiting arenas, but he's tied for his most makes per game and has his highest 3-point field goal percentage at New York, because who doesn't love playing in the Garden? NBA reporter Nick Friedel joins us now. Nick, you were at shoot-around today. How is the chase affecting Steph?
Malika, he's actually in a really good place right now, but both he and Steve Kerr admitted they have one regret over the last week.
In retrospect, the only thing I would have changed is, I would have still talked like that crazy fake type of mentality of, I could have hit 16 and broke it at home. I think that conversation sparked a little extra, I don't call it tension, like anxiousness about the whole night.
I fed into it because, somebody asked me if Steph could break it at home against Portland with 16 threes, and I said, sure, because nothing Steph does surprises me. But that fed into the narrative. He came out and he took 17 threes that night. Our crowd was going crazy from the very beginning. And I'm shaking my head thinking, what the hell did I just do?
Now, Malika, Kerr knows that he fed into the narrative a little bit, but everybody in this Warriors organization feels a little bit calmer in the last couple days. They want this thing to happen for Steph. They really want it to happen tonight. And I have to point out that just behind me, we've got 9 and 10-year-old kids stopping 30 feet from the basket and jacking up threes. So the Steph effect is in full force out here. And I think there's a real hope internally that if he hits his first couple shots early, he'll get going and he'll hit Ray Allen's mark.
The Steph effect in full force. And, I know that they say, they bought into it, but it's hard not to buy into it. This is fun. This is exciting. Nick, thank you so much for being with us. I really appreciate it. So back with Chiney and Zach, watching every game, it seems like every team is committed to not letting him break the record against them. You heard what Joel Embiid said. I wasn't letting that happen on my court. Chiney, how are teams attempting to shut him down?
I think that the Philadelphia 76ers had an excellent blueprint for this. So can y'all run me my tape, producer Kwaku, baby? Because Matisse Thybulle did an excellent job, especially from 3 for 14 from 3, Steph Curry. This is how you get it done. Chase him down, go over the screen and extend and block without fouling. Great defensive possession right there. Now you have to use half court as another defender. Look at how Joel Embiid hawks the ball. So when he crosses half court, he can pull up. He's going to try to get a quick 3. And instead, he's forced the ball out. And then you're there, ready on defense. Now this time, use the baseline and the help.